Do you think that you could have developed your product today in this economy right now with kind of the tech world as it is? I mean, we're seeing what feels like almost another bubble a little bit. I'm curious.
Yeah, well, I think the bubble was burst. I think that's what's kind of like, I think that's why the economy is what it is. I think what happens is it's been a cycle. In 2000, the dot-com boom, in 2008. What happens is the companies that start in these times do well, right? Google and Airbnb all started in 2007, 2008, right? So, I mean, a little bit before that. So I do think the bigger companies, the companies that start during their time will be fine. And I think that there's going to be an even bigger market, right? So think about, hey, people have to start paying their student loan debt. That's going to make scholarships more top of mind and do all those things, right? So I do think that building a product like at this time would be good, and I think that to your point, from a business perspective, because that bubble is burst, nobody can really raise capital right now because a lot of money isn't free, all that stuff. So you're now having these founders who were just raising money full time now have to actually become P&L minded around what they're doing, and it's a big shift, right? And it's hard for these companies that have just had all this money in their coffers and are doing these things. Instacart, they had a $65 billion valuation and they went public at $11 billion valuation. Literally, anyone who invested in that company after Series C literally lost money.
I know we've seen things with Uber, and then you mentioned Instacart, but I'm also curious, I mean, so your product is not only, a good economic investment, but it also does good. Do you see a landscape for companies like yours where you're, it's kind of maybe ethical capitalism? I don't know exactly how you frame it, but I mean, are those kinds of products, are those kinds of companies thriving or dying right now in general?
I think there's a combination of both, right? So social entrepreneurship, social enterprises, right? I think that social entrepreneurship, it's great because you're doing good, you're making money, but also they're doing good gives you free marketing, right? Like it's something that people want to do, people want to talk about, especially if you're a Black-owned business, right? So I do think that those things are there, but I do think there's a number of companies that were focused on doing the good, and they were spending money doing those things, right? So it wasn't really driving revenue. And so you are going to see some of those companies like who made certain commitments and things like that, based on their business model. We're going to give you do this. We give one free. You're investing like, nah, you can't be giving free nothing right now, right?
For more news and politics, check out theroot.com.